You're often referred to as a big game player, Jono.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough?
Well, people keep telling me.
Yeah, and there's no need to correct them.
No, just let them keep going. I'm happy with that, yeah.
What about the theory that it's easy... this is my theory, no one else's.
Yeah.
That it's easy to get up for big games because they're big games. What about a small game player, Jono? Yeah, how hard was it to get up for a St Kilda versus St Kilda at Moorabbin in 1985? That's a hard game to get up with.
I was very good because I knocked Robert Mace out. It was really good. He deserved it too.
You knocked Robert Mace out in St Kilda at Moorabbin?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. We're doing our warm-up lap and Robert Mace is tagging me in the warm-up lap.
Really?
Telling me, threatening me and telling me what he's going to do to me. I said, this is not nice. It's a bit unnerving. Get to quarter time and Park and he goes, Jesus John, I think he's got the better of you. He's really got your bluff. Second quarter I sort of started to get in the game a little bit and Parker said, I still think he's got all over you. And I swear to you, standing 10 minutes behind me wanting to king hit me, and then I got a bit lucky in the third quarter. I think I kicked 4 pretty quick goals. And then the poor bugger, he actually decided to put his head over the ball halfway through the last quarter, and I just happened to be coming out the other end of it, and so, well, his head's down, I might as well clean him up, and he was carried off on the stretcher, and I think Jimmy Bucker gave him a little passing kiss on the way out.
Different time back then. Tell me, Parker at least gave you the points at the end of the day.
He said, I've never seen anything better.
Was he your favourite coach?
Oh, Parker was great. He was a great orator. He turned our club from... look, we had a lot of talent.
Yeah.
But his educational experience and fitness experiences and that, I think he moulded a very good team into an exceptionally good team. Look, I say if he had have taken over in 80...
would have won 4 in a row.
Would have won. It was 80... We're probably red hot, ready to smoke one out then. In 81, we were very good because they recruited a couple of really good recruits in Hunter and Bazzasto. And God help us if he had gone all the way. And Parkin left in 85 when we recruit Motley, Bradley, Dorotich, Nailey. Goes in Silvani was becoming of age.
Wow. Bad time.
Yeah, a bit stiff.
Yeah, a bit stiff. What about Did Parkin used to ring you on a Friday night? Is that true?
Yeah.
Did he ever get you?
Yeah, I missed one of them. I missed one night, yeah.
Just one, John?
Yeah, I missed one night.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, he put me on the bench at Footscray. That wasn't happy. Freezing cold day.
That's because you missed the phone call.
Yeah, I missed the phone
night.
call. Yeah, I was at my boss's place.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Well, let's go with that. What was the definitive lineup of the Mosquito fleet? Who were the members of the Mosquito fleet in your mind?
I don't think I got in.
Alex Marcoux put you in.
Did he? Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was Buckley, Sheldon, Harms, Ashman, Marcoux.
Alex Marcoux will say that you've left someone out.
I left out. I don't normally forget anyone.
Trevor Keogh.
Oh, of course, Trevor Keogh. Trevor Keogh's one of my favourite players of all time.
Oh, that's what Alex Marcoux said as well.
Yeah, no, Trevor looked after me, or Barry Armstrong was there too, in that same year, numbers 8 and 9.
Right.
Trevor's a dual best and fairest winner in premiership years. I mean, he's paid 240 odd, I imagine, 260, something like that. He's a great player. Knocked out Russell Olsen in the 79 grand final. It's a lovely hit.
You played in so many big games and magic moments that filled your career though, but you had a unique perspective and view on a couple of, real big moments. Bazzasto's mark.
Yeah, 81 second semi, I think it was.
Where were you? The one at Princess Park. Bazzasto's mark at Princess Park.
The one at Princess Park. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking the smother at...
the smother and the goal.
Smother wave.
Where were you for that?
I was right next to him. I hugged him and kissed him straight after. True, watch the tape.
You loved to hug, didn't you?
Yeah, the one with the Buzz, I was would have been front and centre. I was front and centre at a few big marks.
Yeah. But
Buzz was in Gary Applets over in Western Australia in his first state game. But Buzz was living at my house with his wife and kid, and I had 5 kids, and he had Mark of the Year and Goal of the Year, and the same time I was injured. So you reckon I didn't have to put up with some crap?
How close did you come to signing for Melbourne?
Pretty close, I'd say. I actually had 2 managers, a bloke called Jack Craypot and Reuben Benkel.
Right.
Now, how I remember those names, I don't know. I think Reuben sat on the board at Melbourne, and their management was to go to Carlton to suggest that, I probably wanted to go to Melbourne because I probably couldn't see myself playing at Carlton, given the fact I got the arse twice prior to it in pre-season. So
this is end of 78, 79?
End of 78, yeah. So But then, of course, at the end of 78, or middle of 78, I think Jezza took over as coach. And, of course, he wouldn't clear anybody or sack anyone until he actually felt it was warranted, or he had to get to see them. So we met Jezza, and he just said to us, look, we'll watch him play in a couple of practice matches and we'll go from there. Well, they played me in the practice match the next week. So it was the seniors, the senior group, then it was the rest of the seniors versus the reserves, and an under-19s game. Well, I made it to the under-19s game, and I was actually, believe it or not, 21 and a half.
So you had a young face, though.
I wasn't feeling that confident about getting a senior berth, and then at the last minute, Dennis Collins was in a trade dispute with Footscray and Carlton, and the Form 4 or something back in those days wasn't signed properly, so he couldn't play in the seniors, so they put me in the senior game.
Up until that point, though, you were all prepared as a 21-and-a-half-year-old to play against under-19s.
Under-19s. I actually said to Jack and Ruben, I said, we'll be out of here by Monday, no problem. He ended up kicking 5 on Jezza.
In a practice game?
In the practice game. I don't think he was too interested in really what he was, what he thought about. But still, then of course I got the next practice match. I go to Bendigo, play well up there, and had really a red hot practice form.
8 months later, you're playing against Collingwood in the
grand final. Yeah.
It's a shame you didn't end up in Melbourne. You missed out on Barassi's 5-year plan, Jono. Jono, you played in such this wonderful era, magnificent era. I like to do this, but in the old days with the player profile in the record. When favourite food came up, what did you actually fill out?
I would have probably said, because Mum used to make steak and mashed potatoes and peas, that type of thing. That was probably the favourite.
That's nice.
If they'd have asked me 10 years later, I would have said pass, because that's all footballers say. But
what about favourite drink?
Favourite
drink?
Back
then, what would it have been on?
Probably drink Scotch and dry. It's a favourite drink. But
I like that. You think it's nice in the old days when they would ask you that and you had a freedom to actually answer honestly.
Yeah, you can ask me now what I drink if you like it.
Not Scotch and dry?
No, I don't. No, right. No, not at all.
Just Scotch?
No.
All right. What about I say this warily. Favourite night spot?
Probably had to be Chasers, I suppose. Chasers or the Underground, both. And then there was Nickabella's and Derby's. They just back around the corner here, actually. Just drove past one of them.
Nickabella's? That's a new one. What's
Nickabella's, we'll drive past it. Nickabella's is the old, it's now called the Angel Hotel. The Angel Hotel is called Nickabella's. It was out the back. All the cricketers, the West Indian cricketers, when they came over, they would all go there.
Really?
Clearly everybody else would go there as well, particularly a lot of women.
Yeah. What happened in 81?
I knocked him out in the grand final. It was an accident. Graham Allen broke his jaw in 3 places. Obviously, we have our celebration at Carlton, and they have theirs or wherever they are. But everyone went to Derby's on the Sunday.
So another night spot.
Anyway, the Collingwood blokes threatened to kill me, after the game and all that. And funny thing was, I've gone into the toilets. In walks Dennis Banks, Stan Magro, and Kevin Worthington.
Oh my God.
And they're at the urinal, and I'm sure they know I'm in there when they say me. So for 45 minutes I put my legs up in the air, pretend I wasn't there, and I wouldn't come out for an hour. And they had no idea I was in there. And Banksy said to me not long ago, he said, if I'd have known you're in there, he said, we would have stuck your head down the proverbial,
you mightn't have played in 82.
I might never have played again. It was as true as.
Oh my
and I
God.
came out and I was sweating like you've got no idea. And I swear, I thought, they know I'm in here. And because all I could hear was Maggo saying, that dog Johnston's out there. And where they goes, where? And Banks goes, let's just get him and batter him. And here I'm in the cubicle.
Oh my God, Jono. You were loved at Collingwood, Jono?
Yeah, I loved it. They loved me at Collingwood too, yeah.